This is Vendomme. This is Vendomme. Vendomme, I'm here again. I would always be with you. But let me recognize our platform, the political leader of the new National Party. Your caretaker, Brother Nimrod, and of course, Brother Diali, caretaker for the South. But this little lady that just spoke, and she brave enough to say she didn't want to speak after Nimrod because he was so good. So I must speak after you were so damn good? Well, what the hell? She had no respect. She had no respect. The girl ready. She ready, you know. She ready. That's why I could rest, sisters and brothers. Because we're preparing the future. The future is already here. And we are there to protect it too. Sisters and brothers, the Grenada situation is a very simple one. The 1984 elections came. The NNP won. The country moved from one stage to another. NDC won the election in 1990 and the country retarded. The NNP came back in the government in 95. And we saw more development. Whether it's electricity, it was water, telephone, roads, development and education, healthcare. We saw it. The people gave us 3 terms. They gave NDC 1 term in 1990 to 95. 2008, they said NNP had 3 terms, give them a rest. Sisters and brothers, sorry, that's 1995. NDC only lasted 1 term. Again, 2008, sisters and brothers, they won the election again after 3 terms of the NNP. 1 term again. They mess up the country. And people suffered. The NNP came back into government and they gave us clean sweep. Clean sweep. And they gave us 2 clean sweep in 2013 and 2018, sisters and brothers. So the story is still the same. They come back into power again. I am damn sure it's going to be 1 term again. Because this NDC is the worst NDC this country has ever seen. It is the worst NDC. We had problem with Brother George Brizan and the team of the NDC and we voted them out. But you cannot, George Brizan is king to what exists here in the National Democratic Congress. My friends, you have never seen, do you have a government? The country is running on autopilot. Everything the guys touch is being smashed to the ground. Everything. And they met the best financial situation any government has ever inherited when they came into government. You remember they themselves said what they said? They said the NNP, Keith Mitchell and them left a lot of money in the treasury. Usually when a government is elected, whether there is money or not, it say the treasury empty. But NDC couldn't lie. They say we left a lot of money. So we met a vibrant customs department doing well because of the services that we provided and the development in the country. So revenues were coming in through the customs that were taking care of the needs of the country. The Inland Revenue Department worked well because I was Minister of Finance, sisters and brothers. So they met millions and millions of dollars, sisters and brothers. Customs, Inland Revenue, and all other areas of collection of government revenues. They met assignments and contracts that we signed with friendly governments, regionally and internationally, that brought in money to the country. And they sold passport like wildfire. And they said they raised over $1 billion in revenue from the passport sales. Selling your birthright, selling your passport. Over $1 billion they met. So they met $500 million in cash, besides the customs and revenue and inland revenue and so on. They met all that. They made $1 billion in revenue through sales. And then, sisters and brothers, because NNP had foresight, when Ivan and Emily came, we didn't have any system in place historically in this country. So we sought and we asked our friends regionally. And I remember asking the President of the United States, who was then close to the NNP, and myself. And he said to us, there's a CRIF program that we can invest in, an insurance program. And I asked my friends in the International Monetary Fund, and they say, yes, that's available. And we joined that fund, sisters and brothers, and invested in it. So when Beryl came, unlike when Ivan and Emily came, we had no money. They got $118 million in 3 weeks. So do your math. Do your math. $500 million cash we left. The customs and inland revenue making hundreds of millions of dollars. Add that. They say they over $1 billion unless they lie in sales. And $118 million from Berry. Where the damn money gone, sisters and brothers? Where the money gone? Where the money gone? I don't know, you know. I don't know. You remember they used to accuse the NNP of all kinds of nasty things. They accused us of all kinds of corruption. They came in the government 3 times. They had inquiries 3 times, and they couldn't find one damn evidence of skullduggery on the part of the new National Party. But I am quite sure when this government term is ended, it's going to be easy to find skullduggery on the part of this NDC present government. Because everybody is festering in their own nest, and they forget the people that have voted for them. And my friends, that is why we in Grenada must take our votes seriously. A lot of times we vote for things, a man come and talk nice. You don't know nothing about him, but he sound nice, and you like the man. You like him, can you vote for him? We like him, we vote for him. So we have to like him. But we don't know the man. You don't know the man. You knew Eric Gary when you vote for him. You knew Robert Blaze when you vote for him. You knew Nicholas Braffett when you vote for him. You knew George Brizan when you vote for him. You knew Ben Jones when you voted for him. And you know enough about Keith Mitchell when you give him a chance. Because they used to say all kind of things about me. A thief a plane, me alone, I sell it and I keep the money. They say all kind of things about me. So you knew me very well, inside out, sisters and brothers. My friends, that is what you have in government today. So somebody say that there is no project. NDC ain't bring any project. They bring one project. They call it the corruption project. So anytime you're talking, don't say they have no project. They have one project. Corruption project. Sisters and brothers. But that goes deep. It goes deep. Because it means they're not thinking of the people of the country. People gave you a chance to manage the affairs of the country. People felt NNP had several terms. We were in office 23 years, so they said, give them a chance. And they've taken the country and made us look a shame regionally and internationally, sisters and brothers. My friends, you don't have to ask. Sister Amanda spoke about it. Brother Nimrod spoke, and I assume Brother Diali spoke. You have never seen your roads like this. You have never seen the state, the physical state of your country like this. So you wonder, just 3.5 years, your country's image has been changed dramatically. My friends, and they're bold-faced enough to want to claim the NNP project that they had to finish and they're messing it up. That Mankuma Road, I had to laugh. Brother Cox was the Minister of Works. Together with myself and the cabinet, we started that project because we realized that passing through New Hampshire is a difficult trajectory going forward. So we decided we must build that road coming through Granville Vale to Boulder area, Mankuma. The project was finished before the election. It was just some cleanup they had to do on the side. Them brave characters. They go and they open the road 3 weeks after they leave. And they say, come and see us. We build a new road in Mankuma. And they invited some of you you live in close to Mankuma, you know. And they invite you to come and see the new road they just built. I said, that is bravery indeed. They have no shame at all. And they did not even have the class to invite Minister Cox or a member of the NNP government, because they won't invite me. I didn't expect to get invitation. Right? No, I wouldn't even say that. But not one invitation. And they stood up opening a road that the NNP built. And you could talk all over the place. All the projects. Because the NNP, whenever it gets into government, did work. The evidence is there. The development that we had in this country. Many of you do not know how this community center there was built. I was Minister of Works, and just take you back a little memory road. Driving up to Grenville one day, and as I drove across that area there, some young men I knew, Window Foot, Brother Wilfred Jones, and our brother who then was manager of the Grenada Development Bank, he died. You know. They stopped me and they say, Brother Mitchell, we don't have nothing here in this community as a community center, nothing. And we would like to have, and those days money is scarce. We had no money. And we met them, I sat there with them for a while before I went on my journey. And they said, we have a number of people in the community who are prepared to help. with trucks to bring materials. And some of us work with institutions, we can get them to help to start the project if the government will take some initiative. We had no money. We met a week afterwards, sisters and brothers, and within a few months, work started on that community center that you have there in Vendomme. That is how you have today a new community center. A community center, sisters and brothers. Always remember Window Foot and the boys of Vendomme, Wilfred Jones, and our brother, I can't remember his name, who was manager of the Grenada Development Bank at the time. Brother David, yes, that's his name. These men were community-minded people, and I know Vendomme have a lot of that. And therefore, Brother Nimrod would have a lot of helping in this constituency to continue to take Vendomme forward. But sisters and brothers, that is what the NNP was about. Helping people was not about ourselves. Helping people, lifting people up. Sisters and brothers, but they want to lift people down. You hear about this child protection thing they bring in? Where a minister could tell your child, your 12-year-old child, your 16-year-old child, what to do, and you the parent have to sit back and the minister. And what minister are they talking about? Look at the minister now. My child, your child, you telling them what to do and you don't know nothing about the thing? I mean, I can't believe this foolishness. My friends, this is a serious issue. Sister Emmeline and the NNP team have been putting out a major, together with the social partners and the churches and so on, are having a serious session to discuss. But I am saying to you all, sisters and brothers, this issue cannot be left to the politician. The politicians, some of them have children. But sisters and brothers, all of you have children. And you would have grandchildren. And the stability of the family is fundamental to the stability of our society. And the guidance of your father and mother. If I did not have guidance of a good father and mother, I would not be standing here today, because as young boys, we like to do a lot of crazy things. So when you remove the importance and the value of the father and the mother in the house, and tell me some a politician can make laws to decide what your daughter could do or what your son could do at 12 years and 16 years? My friends, get ready to stand up for your country. If this bill goes to Parliament, there must be thousands of people in the Parliament of the country. Because it's your children, not only those of us in Parliament who have child or children. And therefore, you must show the interest in your own family. So that's my call here tonight, sisters and brothers. Well, my friends, as I close, because I think the political leader has to speak to you. She has some important message on the cost of living and the state of play of what's taking place in this country. But my friends, I have been around, and you know this. This is 42 years I've been a member of Parliament in your country. But I think I still look good. Don't you agree with me? Well, say something if you agree with me, man. Right, good. Right? And friends, this period has been the worst period for the poor people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. We have unemployment in the country over the years. But NNP, as Sister Amanda and others said to you, took initiative to bring permanent jobs and created a number of programs for young people coming out of school. Many of the young people came into the Money program and with Youth Vibes and all the other programs. They were gainfully involved in training and opportunities, and they got a serious stipend. They could continue to move forward. Sisters and brothers, we did that. But at the same time, we still recognize that a lot of our people were still unemployed. So we had the bushing program, sisters and brothers. And every time there was a serious holiday, sometimes 4 fortnights, 5 fortnights, over 6,000 people, 6,000 people, the money and the bread spreading around in the country. And that's a fact. We didn't take it and have a big summit of leaders around the world, Africa and all over the world, and spend millions of dollars on hotel and so on to have our big ego or pride to show I'm the big boss. I'm baby Jesus. I could bring all these important men here. While your people are suffering and they can't have a bread, sisters and brothers. The NNP priority was different, sisters and brothers. The NNP priority was different, sisters and brothers. And what is worse, the few little contracts they give, and they're choosing people. If you didn't vote for them, you can't get a contract. Man, let me tell you something. Under the NNP government, no minister or supporter could come to me and say, don't give that person a work because they are not NNP. Because I said, when you are elected into government, you know the prime minister and the minister of NNP, NDC, and all other P in Grenada, Carriacou, and PD Martinique. So don't come and tell me this nonsense. But what is worse, the few people they employ, every month, people with those big salaries, they get their monthly salary. Them poor people walking on the road, weeks and fortnights, they can't get money. And their money is small compared to some of the salaries that others are getting. In other words, they do not care about the ordinary man. All they want to link up with those they consider to be in high places in this country. My friends, that is why the NNP is so important and the rescue mission. Look at the state of the closure road. Look at the state of the closure road, sisters and brothers. School opening Monday, they haven't told the people how their children going to school. But they're flying all over the world. They're enjoying themselves. Because they're big. You put them there, your ex, they take it and misuse it, sisters and brothers. And sisters, what is worse? What is worse? They didn't have the conscience to go to the people and tell them what the plans are. They went up there, they took some camera and some nice pictures, and that's the end of the story. Nothing to be heard from them, sisters and brothers. So my friends, this is why I want to say the issue is a very simple one. The NNP is ready for the rescue. They will come with more lies. Because that is their mantra. More and more lies. I have never seen any prime minister in this country stand up in front of camera and tell lies like the present prime minister of this country. Sorry, his name is Mitchell. That's why I went to a certain place and a little child say, Mr. Deacon. I said, please don't call me Mr. Deacon at all. Don't call me. So my friends, we ready. And I am there. But before I finally say what I want to say is complete this session here. We had a young man who was with us from Brazil, whose family is very close to me, and who had enormous potential. Sisters and brothers, and we lost him just a few days ago. That was one of the shocking deaths that I've had seen in my whole life. And therefore, I ask you all to pray for his family. Because mom, she depended on him almost totally for economic survival. And I was there, what morning is this? And I felt the pain with the family, because over the years they have been very strong supporters of myself and the new National Party. But that is life, and we always have to prepare. They say it's in the place of life there is death, so we have to prepare ourselves accordingly. So I ask you to do this, Brother Neilon Franklin, sisters and brothers. And I assume the funeral decision on the funeral has not yet been made. When that is made, I assume that a lot of you will take the opportunity to show your sense of understanding of the enormous loss of that parent. But as I close now, to say to you, I am here. I ain't going nowhere. And I feel the strength of the Almighty God with me. I feel it. And I'm going to be there with the team of the new National Party. It is said that everything in life, sisters and brothers, nothing goes on forever. And I understand it. And I don't want to do like some other people that wait until they can't even walk before they decide to give up a responsibility. I have chosen my path. And I have the strength and, of course, understanding to help the team of the new National Party. And you see the power of the NNP with some of the youthful individuals on the floor tonight. That's a small token of them, you know. We have a lot more coming. You have seen at least two of them on the platform here supporting the political leader of the new National Party. So I want to say, you have the 42-year-old men around, right there with them, working with them, standing with them, keeping the NNP strong, and Grenada, Carriacou, and P.T. Martinique as vibrant as ever. Thank you all. Good night, Vendomme. Thank you.